Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the second rebuild of Madden 21. Today we are going to be rebuilding the Miami Dolphins. I do want to say this won't be a realistic rebuild. This will be a fantasy rebuild, so if that isn't what you like to watch, I apologize. I hope you still give me a chance, though. We're going to be trying to make the best possible team in 3 years. So we did the Bengals yesterday. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. And we're doing Tua Tagovailoa's Dolphins today because we did Joe Burrow's Bengals yesterday. After this, I really don't know who we're going to go for, but I do want to make sure we get the two quarterbacks that are like hyped up out of the way first. If you guys do want to leave a suggestion for the third team in the comments, let me know. Other than that, I think we can just hop right into it. Taking a look at the roster, we have Fitzpatrick, Tua, and Rosen. Obviously, we're going to be starting Tua, but for the preseason, we're going to leave him as the backup so he gets more snaps, so his trait unlocks quicker. We have Devontae Parker, Albert Wilson, Allen Hurns, Jakeem Grant, Chester Rogers, and Preston Williams. We definitely want to make sure Preston Williams is our number 2 receiver, and we'll keep Albert Wilson in the slot. At tight end, we got Mike Gesicki. He should be the tight end for most of the rebuild. Good potential, athletic freak. Definitely good for our team. O-line's terrible. Definitely need to upgrade that ASAP. D-line, a lot of busts on the D-line. Wilkins, Godshaw, never really panned out. We do have Raekwon Davis. At linebacker, we have Shaq Lawson, who's on a pretty big deal. They signed him to a lot of money, so we're kind of stuck with him. Kyle Vanoy, Raekwon McMillan, Jerome Baker, Kamau Grugier-Hill, Bobby McCain, Eric Rowe, and the 2 corners that are making big money, Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. And Noah Igbenogany is another rookie they drafted this year. Kicker and punter, we got Jason Sanders and Matt Hawk. Other than that, I'm going to go start making some trades, and we'll see what we have to work with, because this team is bad. Starting us off, we're going to get a first-round pick from the Colts. I know we said we were going to keep Fitzpatrick, but this deal was too good to pass up. Fitzpatrick and Grugier-Hill for the first-round pick from the Colts. Now we are going to probably try and move our second wide receiver, I forgot his name, Albert Wilson. With this trade, we're sending Eric Flowers, Allen Hurns, and a 4th-round pick next year for Matthew Ioannidis. That's going to fill our big gap at D-tackle because we have like 370 overalls in our D-line. We desperately needed a D-line. They were really the only team interested in Eric Flowers, so we kind of had to do that. I don't want to spoil anything, but in the Bengals rebuild, we did get Ioannidis in like year 3. So we're going to have him the entire rebuild this time instead of just 1 year. I'm going to try not to get the same players, but that was kind of really the only option we had for those players. I tried to get Deshaun Hand. They just wanted too much, so that's kind of what we had to settle for, which he's better than Deshaun Hand, but I tried to get a different player. All right, with this trade, we're sending Vince Beagle, Kalen Ballage, and Jason Strawbridge however you say it, for Brian O'Neill. That's going to be our first O-line upgrade. He's 78 normal dev, I think. Really not a big upgrade, but he's going to help us out actually a lot in year 1. We desperately need O-line help, so that's going to help us out. With this trade, we're going to get some wide receiver help. This guy's a good slot receiver. We're trading Clayton Fejedelem and Myles Gaskin for Curtis Samuel. This trade, we're sending Albert Wilson and Matt Breida. Matt Breida's in a contract year for Miles Sanders. I am an Eagles fan. I just want to try him out and see how he does in franchise this year. That's pretty much it. This is our next O-line upgrade. We're going to be trading Jakeem Grant and Ted Karras and a 6th-round pick this year for Natane Moody. I think is how you say that. He has hidden development, and he's a right guard that's 71 overall rookie. I think he was like a 4th-round pick for the Broncos, so that's going to improve our right guard position. We now have a right tackle and right guard that we can build around. Now we need to improve the rest of the line, pretty much. There's going to be a lot of trades. This team is bad. With this trade, we're trading Robert Hunt, Andrew Van Ginkel, and a 4th-round pick this year for the Bengals' 1st-round pick. I think we are about done. I might make one more trade, though. With this trade, we're sending Landon Roberts, Patrick Laird, and Julian Davenport to the Giants for Will Hernandez. One more trade. I promise it's the last one. We're giving up a lot here, but we're going to be trading these 3 players, Godshaw, Baker, and McCain, for Kenneth Murray. We're going to move Murray to middle linebacker, and that's going to be the team. I'm going to set up and change all the positions, and then we'll go ahead and start simming. All right, so this is the team going into season number 1. Tua Tagovailoa, Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, Devontae Parker, Curtis Samuel, Preston Williams as our receivers, Mike Gesicki, Brian O'Neill, and Tana Moody. We did sign Ryan Kalil out of free agency on a 1-year deal to play center because we weren't going to start at 55. There was just no way. And then we got Will Hernandez and Austin Jackson. Hopefully he develops to at least a 70. I doubt he gets 6 overall points, but if that is possible, that'd be nice. We got Christian Wilkins, Raycon Davis, Emmanuel Ogba, Matt Ioannidis, Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Noah Igbenogany, Eric Rowe, Kyle Vanoy, Raekwon McMillan, Kenneth Murray Jr., Shaq Lawson, and Adrian Colbert. We're actually going to move Kenneth Murray there. Special teams, we got Matt Hawk and Jason Sanders. And then the specialists, Igbenogany, Vanoy, Ioannidis, Lawson, Murray, McMillan, Samuel in the slot, and Sanders as the power and third down back. We really aren't going to be using Jordan Howard that much, so you ask why I didn't trade him. I really don't have an answer for you. Besides that, let's go ahead and get right into the season. I'll see you guys at the midseason mark. One more update, we are going to be using Bengals draft class for year 1, and then we're going to be going auto-generated afterwards. If you guys don't know who Bangle is, he's another Madden YouTuber. Make sure you go check him out. I think it's youtube.com/Bangle. He also does rebuilds. Not that if you're watching me, you don't watch Bangle, because, I mean, who doesn't if you're watching me? But you get the point. Go watch him. Okay, so a little update here. I was a little silent for that clip, but you are going to see the entire clip, so you know I didn't go into the game and do it myself. But Shaq Lawson now has superstar development. That's a big development. He just got 8,000 XP as well. That's big for us. We did lose, though. We are 2-5. Let's go ahead and see who we have to negotiate with. It is week 8. Curtis Samuel. How many skill points does he have? Because he does have 95 speed. He only has 1 skill point, but I think we're going to bring him back simply for the fact he is such a slot threat. Like, we need him on our team. Like, we traded for him. We're going to bring him back. 24 years old, has plenty of time to develop. We'll get him on a 5-year deal. He's going to want a lot of money. No. He's going to want a lot of money. But we're going to give it to him. He signs back. And we're also going to bring back Raekwon McMillan. Hopefully for cheaper than that. Oh my gosh. If we can get him for this, that'd be much better. Salary needs improvement. I'll work on that. And then Matt Hawk, we're obviously going to bring back on like a 7-year deal. Just, he's going to be our punter. And other than that, no one else here will be getting re-signed unless Colbert has an insane year. But yeah. I'm going to re-sign whoever I just couldn't sign next week. And then I'll see you guys at the end of the season. At the end of the season, we go 5-11. Let's go take a look at the stats. Tua Tagovailoa had 45, nearly 4,600 yards, 61% completion, 29 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's a great stat line for him. Rushing-wise, Miles Sanders did not do a great job. That's a little worrying and very disappointing considering the fact I wanted to see how good he was in Sim this year because last year I feel like he never did well, even behind the Eagles O-line. So that's very, very, very disappointing. He did only fumble once, but I'm hoping we just were a pass-heavy offense, and that's why. But we definitely need to get that average yards per carry up. Devontae Parker had nearly 1,250 yards. That's insane. Gesicki almost had 1,000. Preston Williams and Curtis Samuel also contributed. And Miles Sanders also did well in the passing game. So I guess that's some grace to be taken from how bad he did rushing-wise. Blocking-wise, terrible. Kenneth Murray had 120 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 16 for Matt Ioannidis, 13 for Shaq Lawson, and 11 for Christian Wilkins. Sacks-wise, Ioannidis was 5.5, Vanoy with 5, McMillan with 5, Ogba with 2. Lawson only had 1. So he got that superstar development and didn't do anything with it, apparently. He did force a fumble, though, which is good. 12th in offense, and I'm assuming like very last in defense, honestly. 16th in defense. So the fact we went 5-11 kind of confuses me because we were like a top half of the NFL team, offense and defense. I guess we just lost a lot of games that were close. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl so we can see if we have any development upgrades. Looking at awards, no one there for the Dolphins. AFC, Tua Tagovailoa comes in at 4, and Burrow at 9, Herbert at 10, which means Tua should win Offensive Rookie of the Year, I hope. He does. Let's go. It's great. And Logan Wilson wins it for the Bengals, unfortunately, and not the Kenneth Murray didn't win it, unfortunately. Going ahead, let's go look at our team and see we're up to an 80 overall. Let's go ahead and look and see if there's been any development upgrades. Devontae Parker is now superstar. That is great news. I'm not sure why Preston Williams is not in our roster, like up there anymore. But everyone has been upgraded, besides Tua's one skill point, I believe. And the O-line's looking better. It's just still not great, which could be a factor to why Miles Sanders didn't do as well as I hoped. On the D-line, Wilkins didn't really progress. Agba didn't progress. We definitely need to improve those end positions. No Igbenogany, still normal, unfortunately. Colbert only got up to 70, but Kyle Van Noy is now superstar. Kenneth Murray and Raekwon McMillan, both star. Overall, I feel happy with the season. We do have a ton of picks. Hopefully we can improve this team, because there is a lot of improving that needs to be done. In terms of negotiations, Chester Rogers can walk, Isaiah Ford can walk, Nick Needham can walk. Okay, if I can talk English, Adrian Colbert can walk. Pretty much everyone here will be walking. So let's go ahead and see who is in free agency. Definitely want to make some big additions to this team. We don't have much cap room, but I'm definitely going to consider bringing in Mike Pouncey for 1 year, because we do need a center, and if we can't find one in the draft, we'll have him as a backup plan. We could do Alex Mack as well, but he does have offers on him, so I don't want to compete with people. Other than that, I don't know if there's going to be anything else we do. I'll let you know. We are cutting Jordan Howard to save $5 million cap. We are cutting Emmanuel Agba to save $7.5 million cap. We are cutting Eric Rowe for a penalty of $1.06 million, but we're getting $4 million back in cap. We are also, unfortunately, cutting Josh Rosen just to clear up $2.8 million cap. And I'm hoping this is going to be enough to sign 2 players that I really, really want. We're really going to be low on cap next year, but these players are going to help us out. Offers have been made. We are 95 points in Kenny Clark. He wants the biggest bonus I've ever seen. It's incredible how much he wanted. He wants like a $15 million bonus. He is asking for a lot of money. And we're going to be playing him at left end. I'm hoping it's worth it. I honestly wouldn't be too mad if he didn't sign, and that's bad that I'm saying that. Marcus Williams also getting a huge deal to come be our free safety. We have no free safety. We desperately needed an upgrade there, and that will help us not waste a pick in the draft on one and try and developing them. And then we're also going after Mike Pouncey. If we get all 3, cool. If we get 2, Williams and Pouncey, I'd still be happy, honestly. I actually kind of don't want Clark for that price, but we get him. So I'm going to accept that we got him, and we're going to be happy we got him. But, yeah, it's a lot of money. Let's go ahead and send to the draft, and I'll show you guys who we pick. We pick at picks 5, 6, 21, and 25. We really want Penei Sewell, which is unfortunate. I'm going to look to trade up because of that fact. I really think he would help out our O-line so much. Alex Leatherwood's a good backup plan, but I really want Sewell. We're going to see. We're going to try to make it a fair deal as well. Alright, I don't see the Vikings going left tackle or quarterback number 1, so we kind of have to go up to 1, because I have a strong feeling they were going to take Penei Sewell, because they have Kirk Cousins. I don't think they're going to go Lawrence. So we're giving up the 5th pick, Christian Wilkins, and our 3rd round pick this year, which is definitely way more than I could give up. I could get this for a first and like a backup running back, but we're going to make it somewhat, like I could have screwed them over pretty bad. But we're going to get the number 1 pick, and we're going to take Penei Sewell, and he is going to be our franchise left tackle instead of Austin Jackson. So let's go ahead and take him. 78 overall, hidden development. Incredible player. Let's go ahead and see who's there at 5. 6, rather, sorry. Okay, so I've narrowed down our 2nd pick to Marvin Wilson, Jalen Twyman, Caleb Farley, Sean Wade, and Micah Parsons. We need a right end, and we also could use a slot corner. Now, a slot corner isn't necessarily the biggest of our needs because, we have 2 good corners already. So I'm leaning towards Marvin Wilson and moving him to right end. Now, that will give us our D-line of the future, and that will pretty much set us up for the rest of the rebuild with Clark, Ioannidis, and Wilson. So that's why we were going to go ahead and take... It's between him and Twyman. And just for the fact that Wilson has 39 reps to his 34, I'm going to go with Marvin Wilson, and we're going to move him to right end. Honestly, right here, we're going to take Paulson Adebo. He's going to be our slot corner. 74 normal, unfortunately. Still going to be better than Igbenogany. And then at round 2, pick number 5, I think we're going to take our backup halfback in Journey Brown. He has an 8.4 combine grade, which is insane. He should be pretty good for us here. I mean, I could take ETN, which is, like, obvious. But this guy also runs 4.42. I don't know. What am I saying? Take ETN. Take ETN. It's such a stupid thing to debate. Right here, we're going to take Brevin Jordan. We need a backup tight end. So we're going to go ahead and get him 71 overall normal. Right here, we're just going to take another tight end in Jeremy Rucker. 68 normal. We got 2 backup tight ends now. That's the end of our draft. Alright, we are in season number 2. The team has been updated. Positions have been changed. We've gone through the preseason. I do need to upgrade some players. Other than that, though, the O-line looks much better. Still no one over 80, but it's getting there. The defense is also looking a lot better. I'm excited for this year. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. If not, we have year 3 to do it, but I think we will be good this year. I think we'll make it. I'll see you guys at the midseason mark. Alright, we got Mike Gesicki here that needs to be re-signed. We're obviously going to bring him back. He has done nothing but produce for us. Brian O'Neill, we're also going to bring back. He is an 80 overall. He's only normal, but he is 80 overall. Our first 80 overall O-lineman. We bring him back. Will Hernandez, also 80 overall now. Need to bring him back. O-line's starting to get up there, but it's also starting to get very pricey. We need to bring Preston Williams back. We're going to be running out of money here pretty soon. Good thing last year's our last year. Or good thing next year's our last year. I'll bring Will Hernandez back next week. Other than that, I mean, we're not producing right now. We are 1-5. We need to turn that around. So hopefully we can get that going pretty quick. Breakout player. Oh, yeah. Gesicki had a breakout challenge. Let's see what he did. He didn't get it done. Okay, so he's still going to be star development. All right, we end up going 5, 10, and 1. Tua, again, 4,700 yards, but more interceptions this year. Same amount of TDs. We need an upgrade at running back. That's going to be the move next year. Our running game is non-existent. Gesicki had a great year. Our receivers did great. We're not getting touchdowns. I'm assuming most of them came from Miles. We didn't even, barely. 29 touchdowns is not going to cut it. And we definitely need a better running back. Miles Sanders just isn't getting the job done no matter what O-line we put back there. It's just not happening. Marvin Wilson with 8 sacks. Ioannidis with 6. Kenny Clark with 4.5. Lawson with 3.5. Yeah. Not many interceptions either. We really need to turn 5th in offensive yards. We're not scoring. We're going 5 and 11. 7th in defense. How are we not winning games? We'll check the yearly awards, but I don't think we're going to get anything. Tua was in there, but, we're not going to get anything. ETN won Rookie of the Year as a backup running back. And Marvin Wilson won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okay, but why did he win it as a backup running back? There's no way he had near stats to what Miles Sanders did. 378 yards. How many receptions did he have? Yeah, no. I don't know how that works. We need to make the playoffs next year because that's unacceptable. We will check out the team now. Miles Sanders up to an 84, but still not producing touchdowns, which is worrisome. Sewell up to an 83. He's carrying our O-line right now. We need Muti to develop more. We might actually trade for a right guard, honestly, because he's just not high enough overall by now. Wilson, Clark, Ioannidis, Jones, Lawson, Vinoy. The defense is looking better, but it's still not great. We need to make some improvements if we want to make a run at the Super Bowl here. We literally don't have the money to bring back our kicker, which is an issue. Let's go see where we can cut some salary. All right, so we got Jason Sanders back, and we're going to try to bring back or trade for a center, honestly. We might trade for one. Let's go ahead and go free agency, see if there's even anyone there that can play center. If not, I don't even think we have enough cap to do it. We'll trade a pick and some stuff, for a center. Jason Kelsey's here. If we can get Jason Kelsey, that's going to be ideal. We're going to need to free up even more cap because we have to get him. We've put in our absolute best offer for Jason Kelsey. We need to get him because we have no cap room. This is a disaster. The Bengals had so much cap room. What is this? We got him. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead of the draft. And we might trade our pick in a strong safety for another strong safety. Just trying to make some small upgrades because we're going to be trading. We're going all out this year. Okay, so we're going to make this trade right here. Oh, we're also going to throw in another player to clear up some more cap. We really need to clear this cap. These are all for picks next year. We're going to throw in Michael Dieter. And this will give us... I literally can't make a trade. It keeps saying I'm over the salary cap, blah, 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 blah. Just let me make a trade, dude. Oh, my God. There we go. Whatever, we got rid of our first 2 picks this year, and we're going to trade our 3rd round for like a 4th and a 5th next year, too. Because we can't afford to draft players, because we just don't have cap. So we're going to do these 3 picks for like a 3rd next year if we can. There we go. So we literally don't have picks this year, and we're going to make trades at the beginning of next season. We can't make trades. We literally don't have cap. And every team I try to trade with, it says we're over the cap and they're over the cap. It's a glitch. It has to be. Alright, we're literally trading these 3 players for a 7th. Can't. They don't have cap. Someone with cap. Thank you, Washington. Just take my players. Need to clear up more cap. Clear up cap. Clear up cap. You go. I mean, you can stay. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Okay, we got our strong safety. Okay, we got our strong safety in Jamal Adams. Yes, we needed one. Now we need to get a running back somehow with $250K in cap. We just did that trade to clear up more cap. And then we got to Miles Sanders, Hamza Nasirildeen, Igbenogany. Now we need to get a running back. One of these guys has to be able to get us a good running back. Alright, we need a higher first-round pick. We're going to give Miles Sanders and the 31st pick back. Alright, we need a higher first-round pick. We're going to give the 31st pick and Miles Sanders to the Giants for the number 9 overall pick. And then we're going to trade the number 9 Nasirildeen and Igbenogany for probably Dalvin Cook unless we can find something else. Alright, we trade the 9th pick, Hamza Nasirildeen and Noah Igbenogany for Dalvin Cook. We finally have our team. We have literally no backups. We have 38 players on our roster. This is a disaster. Kyle Van Noy is being paid way too much. Byron Jones, Xavier Howard being paid way too much. We have a running back now. But this team is in shambles. I'm going to be honest here. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs. Because we don't have a single backup besides Sealer on our D-line. We don't have a 4th corner. We don't have a single linebacker. Sealers are basically our only backup in the front 7. And Stern is playing the secondary for us. So, I don't even think we have a kicker. No, we do. Okay. Offense. We have 2 tight ends, a fullback, and the rest of our receivers. So, I don't know how much backups we're going to be able to afford. I'm going to go to free agency. We are just going to need to sign as many people as we can that aren't going to break our bank. I don't even know if we can do that. Like, who's the cheapest one here that's not terrible? Like, TJ Edwards, bring me. We can sign like 8 players at this price. Bring Malik Jefferson. And we'll bring in a corner too. Oh my gosh, we need a cheap corner here. Rasul Douglas works. Alright, I mean, the team's done. We're just going to go ahead and send to the playoffs. See if we can make the playoffs in year number 3. We should be able to. If we don't, yikes. Alright, coming up on the end of the season here, we go 10-6 and make the playoffs. Now, we didn't win the division, so unfortunately we're in the wild card again. I mean, that's the theme of these rebuilds, just wild card after wild card. Can't win. Tua had his best season yet. Dalvin Cook had a good season that improved our running game a ton. In terms of blocking, everyone sucked pretty much. No, but seriously, they need to improve. Tackles for loss, 15 for Kenny Clark. 14 sacks for Kenny Clark. 8.5 for Marvin Wilson. 5 for Shaq Lawson. Everyone had sacks. 4 interceptions for Raekwon McMillan. We didn't super sim games in the last one. This is the last year and we hadn't made the playoffs yet. We are going to super sim these. And I'll let you know. Once we get in the game, we'll super sim it. And if we need to hop in, we will. 87 overall versus 85 overall. Colts. Let's go. Go on ahead and super simming this. We'll just jump to the end of the game. If we need to hop in, we will. If we don't, we don't. We're up 7-0, which is good news. They tie it up and take the lead. We get 3 back. And now we're down 21-10, 28-10. This is looking ugly. We need a touchdown there. We do get one. If we get the ball back, I'll hop in. Okay. We need to hop in here, and we need to drop. Okay, we're not even on offense. Never mind. Unfortunately, we don't win, and we lose to the Indianapolis Colts pretty badly. Our defense let us down. Tua didn't put up enough points. All around, just not a great showing from our team. I need to get better at building teams, apparently. But thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Peace.